God rules, or God rules. How many different ways do you want me to say it? Welcome to another installment in the Over My Shoulder Bible Study series. These brief video Bible studies typically serve to supplement the sermon that I preach each Sunday here with the Missouri Street Church of Christ in Baytown, Texas. This is actually part 2 of a 2-part OMS that I'm giving this week. We saw in part 1 how the book of Psalms is divided into 5 smaller books. That is, the 150 Psalms are divided up into 5 subgroups. All of these 5 books have this one question in common. God, where are you? As the individuals and the community of faith ask this question of themselves from different perspectives, answer is given. Book 4 especially seems to concern itself with the question, is God above us? That is he greater than us, greater than our circumstances, greater than our enemies? Is God supreme? I made the statement in that first video that all of the individual Psalms in this section, Psalm 90 through 106, emphasize this theme. Some much more so than others. For example, Psalm 93, 96, 97, 98, and 99. But actually all of these Psalms emphasize it. Let me try to prove that point with just a few examples. A brief example from each of these Psalms. Psalm 90 and verse 2. Before the mountains were born, you brought forth the whole world. From everlasting to everlasting, you are God. God is timeless and eternal. He created everything. By definition, he's above or supreme to everything. The next Psalm, Psalm 91, verse 1. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. He is supreme. He rules and reigns. He is the Most High God. And so, verse 9, the Lord is my refuge, and you will make the Most High your dwelling. Psalm 92 picks up this same thought once more, even at the beginning, of Most High. And so we break out in praise of song and make music in the Lord's name. We rejoice in his love, and so we express our love in return to the one who is above us. Psalm 93 makes it very clear from the very start. The Lord reigns. He is robed in majesty. Psalm 94, the Lord is a God who avenges. And so rise up, judge of the earth. The judge is supreme. He is over those who are judged. He is the Lord, that is God. Psalm 95 in verse 3. For the Lord is the great God, the great King above all gods. God is greater than all beings that are and those that are only imagined. Psalm 96, verse 4. Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. He is to be feared above all gods. Very similar to Psalm 95 in thought there, no? Psalm 97, verse 1, very similar to Psalm 93. The Lord reigns. He is supreme. The thought continues throughout the rest of this psalm. Notice the way it's put in verse 9. You, Lord, are the Most High over all the earth. You are exalted far above all gods. Here we see at least 3, if not 4, of the themes that we've noted earlier in the Psalms, all combined in one. Psalm 98 in verse 3. God has remembered his love and his faithfulness to Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. God is greater than all the ends of the earth. He's over everyone and everything. Psalm 99, like those others that we saw that began with this phrase, the Lord reigns. And so, naturally, the nation's proper response is to tremble, for he is the supreme one. He is enthroned. He's the one who rules from his throne. Psalm 100 and verse 3. Know that the Lord is God. It is He who made us, and we are His. We are His people, the sheep of His pasture. Those that are made are subservient to the one who made. Now, as we think about Psalm 101, there's many things that could be said, but I'd like to just simply encapsulate it in a single word, the word Lord. The psalm virtually begins with the thought of God as the Lord, and it indeed is the very last word of this psalm. And the rest of the psalm is commentary on the Lord. The Lord is supreme. Psalm 102, verse 12. Wonderful example here. You, Lord, sit enthroned forever. Your renown endures through all generations. And again, verse 19. The Lord looked down from His sanctuary on high. From heaven He viewed the earth. The Lord is indeed above us. He is sovereign. Psalm 103, look at verse 19. The Lord has established His throne, we would say, above, as in heaven, and His kingdom rules over all. Indeed, the Lord is above us all. Psalm 104. Psalm 104, what a wonderful psalm. What an interesting take on things this is. Verse 24. How many are your works, Lord? In wisdom, you made them all. The earth is full of your creatures. All things that exist, and just how many there are indeed, the earth is full of them. The Lord made them. He made them with His supreme wisdom. Think of all the works there were in creating and sustaining them. Whoever can create and sustain all these creatures is supreme. That is to say, He is Lord. Psalm 105. Psalm 105, verse 1 and verse 7. Give praise to the Lord. Proclaim His name. Make known among the nations what He has done. Why is that? Because He is the Lord our God, and His judgments are in all the earth. It's very similar to the thought of God being judge earlier in one of the Psalms we saw. And finally, the last Psalm in this section, Psalm 106. We'll look at verse 2 and 4 and 8. Who can proclaim the mighty acts of the Lord or fully declare His praise? He's so far above everyone, He's beyond our ability to describe Him completely. Remember me, Lord, when you show favor to your people. Come to my aid when you save me. The one who's able to save and deliver is greater than the one who needs rescue. Verse 8, yet He saved them for His name's sake, to make His mighty power known. When we experience the deliverance of the Lord, we're experiencing His rule and reign. His sovereignty has touched our lives individually. Grace and peace be with you, for surely you know where the Lord is now. He is above you.